In this video I'm going to be talking about Skirret, or Sium Sisarum, one of my favorite Latin names for a plant. This is an ancient perennial member of the carrot family, has a real affinity to wet places and bogs. It's absolutely overwinter hardy for zone 5B, probably a lot colder. Our biggest concern has been that the fleshy tubers have been such a treat for voles that we've almost every year lost our crops. This one they did not find, and so what I wanted to do today was talk about how I'm making divisions from this mother plant so we can try again to set up a really nice production bed. And the first thing you'll see is this is an important theme for all propagation processes, especially with herbaceous perennials, is to have a ready supply of water. I like a nice generous trough of water right nearby. And what's crazy with this skirret, part of the reason for the water is to make sure the plant is hydrated the entire time you're working with it. That water also helps lubricate the roots that you're trying to make divisions from and can help reveal what's actually happening. And with skirret, the similar pattern happens with skirret as I've noticed with a lot of herbaceous perennial wet-loving plants. So this applies almost equally well to marshmallow and elecampane and lovage, is that you'll have the mother plant forming its storage organs. So this is the part you would actually eat. And we're hoping to do a follow-up video where Sasha shares how she works with this in the kitchen. These are incredibly sweet, very distinct, beautifully flavored, carrot-like root crops. They're small, they're a little hard to clean, but they're very special, and the nice part about them is you leave them in the ground over winter, and early spring, when you do your harvest, you also do your management where you can propagate. So I'll be taking these off and just putting them in the shade, but really what I'm working on here is trying to reveal the inner form of this.
Sorry, my shadow keeps getting it.
There.
It's just in there, my shadow, sorry.
What you can see is where the mother plant was last year. There are 4 or 5 stalks. Now this makes an incredible set of flowers that predatory wasps enjoy. It's a flat carrot-like or Queen Anne's lace-like flower in the summer. And it had a good year, and it put on what I call pups, which are, actually let's pause for a quick second. I paused because I wanted to get a hori to help cut if I needed to, but I think I'll be more patient, and instead of going in with the cut at first, is to reveal more of the plant structure and see what I can peel by hand. What I'm after here are these little friends. Let's see what I can do. This gives you a good insight. Instead of a real slick video where it just cuts to it being done, you'll see that it is a cumbersome process. That is a very plantable wee lil skirret. And each of these roots would become these storage organs over winter if it grows well. And so what I'm going to do is try to peel off from this one plant. I may be able to get 20 plus divisions. As I take each one off, I'm going to settle it in the shade. It's a sunny day. It's a little warm. It's about 70 degrees, which is beautiful.
Not really the best moment to do the divisions.
Not the best. Early morning or evening. But as long as that's part of, again, why you want a nice trough of water. Here's a worm having a rough moment. We'll put that back in the soil. And here's more. So I'm lubricating with that water. There's another divisible piece. So for some herbaceous perennials, this is the technique, is you submerge it, or most of them, submerge it in water and work it off piece by piece. And you'd be amazed how many plants you may be able to get from one really beautiful mother plant. So I'll crack off a few more of the storage organs and set those aside. And now I'm getting closer and closer to the heart of this beauty. More worms, set them aside. So much life happening in one being. Now, it's in everyone's best interest, the Skirret and ours, to plant out a block of these and this summer be very deliberate in collecting actual seed. Set those seeds out in both the fall and the spring so there's a chance for them to grow, rather than focusing on clonal division. That's what's happening here. These are all clonal replicants of this mother plant. And so I'm going to use this to get a nursery bed started. I'll plunge once through the middle. And pry underwater, just to get in a little deeper. But once we have a good nursery bed going, we really want to let them reproduce and get actual new genetics moving forward. But look at that craziness amount of food in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I may focus just for a moment or two longer on as many more top divisions as I can, and then we'll come back to it and talk about planting these out. One of these beautiful beings we can plant out. So what we'll do is harvest off the storage organs, tubers, from each of these and plant each of these out. So these will go into one pile, and from this one plant, I'll cut those off later on, but I just want to give you a sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And they could be divided further with over a pound or two of really beautiful, rare material here. So we're going to pot some of these up, we'll plant some of these in a marsh space, and we'll give an update in a month or two once they start growing. Thanks for watching.